So first you want to start with two large russet potatoes. You want to be sure to rinse the potatoes before you begin peeling them. I like to use a little scrub brush to clean the skin of the potatoes off, and then I peel the potatoes with the potato peeler. Next, you want to slice the potatoes. You don't want to slice them too small, and you don't want them to be too big, so just a nice size. I like to include white onions in my potatoes, so I slice them up to add to the potatoes. So now I have my potatoes all cut up and my onions sliced, ready to make my fried potatoes. So I'm using a pan, one that's not too shallow, not too deep. I just add a little grease to the pan, not too much, just enough to cover the bottom, and then a little more. And then I proceed to add the potatoes and the onions. Now I'm going to move on to my turkey burgers. I like to include Lipton's Beefy Onion Soup Mix, seasonal, garlic powder, adobo, and I include 1 egg. And then I mix it all up. Oh, and I can't forget the parsley. But this is the mixture that I make when I'm being lazy. When I'm not being lazy, I add other ingredients, but this definitely gets the job done. So now I want to check back in on my fried potatoes, and they're frying it pretty well. I like to include salt and pepper on my fried potatoes and allow them to continue to cook. I make sure to put the lid on top so that the potatoes will continue to cook just right. So with the turkey burgers, I just tried to make patties. I didn't have any breadcrumbs, so the patties pretty much they went on to the baking sheet like cookie dough, if that's a good description. It wasn't formed into a good patty, but it still came out great. I had to allow the burgers to cook for 40 minutes, 20 minutes on 400, and then the other 20 minutes on 350. It was more so like 37 to 38 minutes, but it took that long, I am assuming, because of how the patties were laid on the baking sheet. If they were smoothed out, then it probably would have taken about 30 minutes, maybe even 20 minutes at 400 degrees. But I always like to cut into the patty to look at the inside to make sure that it's fully cooked through and through. And if I still see pink, then I will allow the patties to cook a little longer in the oven. So definitely always check your patties before eating. But the meal came out great. The burger was juicy. The fried potatoes were amazing. And it was just a great, quick, and easy meal to make that anyone can make.